So, sir, your state, your leadership, and all these people, I think, look, this is my last mission of my life. And I think I would request tremendous collaboration, thinking as to how we do, what do we do in this regard, how do we create a curriculum framework, differentiate between syllabus and curriculum. Syllabus is not curriculum. There can be a lot of diversity in the syllabus, but curriculum is different. Let's try to create a curriculum framework for this country, which will be shared by everybody. And I have your commitment. ठीक है ना? That you will help in this in all possible ways. Thank you. Now, sir, I don't want to take any. He's a marvelous man, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for the exaggeration.
I don't know how we got into this whole HOLE. Every year, a lot of children fail, a lot of children don't get 99.9% marks. Parents keep on hoping that the child will get 100% in every subject. So much tension in the family, so enormous amount of money going to coaching classes. You must be running coaching classes, some of you are. I'm sure some of you are. अच्छी बात नहीं है. Coaching, what is coaching? Coaching is they don't give you education, right? They give you techniques of how to answer questions. Which one to answer first, which you leave out, how to answer, which sentences to use. And the examining and the coaching somehow seem to have some kind of relationship. Pata nahi kya hai. I don't know whether it's any kind of a great relationship, but then the way of thinking. And that it is true that a lot of people spend lakhs of rupees on coaching, some of them do. They manage to get 99.9% marks. It's vulgar. Nobody should get 99.9%. Nobody can be perfect. It means that the questions are not right. And the questions are wrong. Otherwise you won't get 99.9%. How can you in any knowledge you do? No one is delivering the truth here. They get 99.9% or 100% marks even in social sciences and so on. It's ridiculous, yeah. I think there should be negative evaluation given to those who get 100%. So we have to change this. What do we do? This means that clearly people usually say when we talk about this national curriculum framework that there must be teacher training, there must be teacher training to handle it. I hate this word training. Training is for animals. You don't train teachers. Teachers are living, thinking, reading. Body, they're not trained. I mean, dogs and cats and parrots and so on, you train. Training means you do certain things in a certain way and then stop thinking afterwards. That's not training. So teachers have to learn to educate, to think for themselves and engage with children. So they are learning simultaneously with children. But how can a poor teacher do this? If he is told, look, this examination is coming, this syllabus is there, these questions will be there, And you have to ensure the whole syllabus is covered and the child gets 90% or 80%. I think this is an insult to teachers. So what do we do? How do we work simultaneously on examination systems, on teacher rethinking, more respect to teachers? Without teachers, nothing can happen. They can mess up everything, okay? And mess up their own lives. And so we had to make something like this. If you were children, I'd play a game with you. Let me assume from my age you are children. I got a question just a few weeks ago. And the question was straightforward question. I could have answered it very straightforwardly. The question was, will we get to Mars in 10 years? I could have said maybe, perhaps we will. Preparations are being made, NASA has said this and that. But I didn't. And let me see what your thoughts are. What would you do? Yaar kiska hai? Yours? You're doing purposely. So what I'm trying to mention is that true education. Yaar ye band karwana hai. Meenakshi? I better switch off mine. God, I can't even switch it off. He says unlock. Little madness. I can't even kill it without unlocking it. What we are missing in education is, I'll come to that, I think we have built very artificial boundaries between disciplines. When we have boundaries between disciplines, we have automatically said that the real issues of life should not enter. Because nothing in life belongs to only one discipline. And so connection between education, school, and life outside is broken there. And we have found asking children, they believe firmly that there are two types of knowledge. One you get in school and the other you get from life, and the two have nothing to do with each other. It may be exaggerating this, but I think this is a terrible thing which has happened to us. We have created a different universe we call education system, where you do certain rituals. Teachers and students in schools and examining boards, we commit enormous torture on children through various examinations. I mean, fourth standard child asked to names of the new countries which have come in the Middle East and everywhere and Eastern Europe during last 5-10 years, and name the names of give the names of their capitals. My God. Who knows this? Does anybody know? All teachers will fail. It's ridiculous. This kind of torture on children. You say, what mother, they have to learn to memorize. What for? Particularly these days when you can very easily look up all this information. But torturing ourselves and our children is something we think is a marvelous education. Well, what do we do? Incidentally, I was asked the other day by a minister told me in another state, I won't mention where, that he had gone to a village and he wanted to find out how the children are doing. So a bright child stood up and I said, can you recite the table for 19? I was absolutely shocked when he said so. And he said, you know, he could. And I was so pleased. This school is doing very well. So, how do we get out of this? How do you create knowledge? You start creating knowledge and you immediately get out of the subject. And then you say, no, not allowed. Knowledge, if you want to create, knowledge doesn't respect its boundaries. Information does, not knowledge. So coming back to this question about Mars. So first I said was, let me imagine that a child is in front of me. I said, perhaps, maybe another 10 years. But we'll have to live in our capsule.